Hi, I'm Josh Kettleson.
And I'm Christo Schultz.
Christo, there's a lot of confusion about how we should set up an investment portfolio. Should we be aggressive? Because we want to retire in 10 years, we better take all the risk in the world to get there, right? Or should we be more conservative because we're retiring in 10 years and we can't take the risk? Two sides of the same coin, and we hear it all the time. What advice do you give to clients who do want to retire early in regards to how they allocate their various resources?
Right. Well, first of all, everyone's situation is different. So it's not a one-size-fit-all type scenario. But what I typically recommend to people is take as much risk as you need to, no more. There's really no need to go 100% into the stock market if you're going to be able to retire comfortably by backing that off slightly and being a little less aggressive and taking some of that stress and that potential drop in the stock market that it could have off the table. So that's one thing that I always recommend. The other thing is to look at all the different areas that you have. So there are some individuals that own businesses, have rental properties. How do we incorporate that into the plan? Those sometimes can operate as like a fixed income investment, so they can be more aggressive over on one side of the portfolio or one side of their life as a result. But it truly is, it's not a one-size-fit-all, but you need to incorporate everything into it. And again, no need in my mind to take more risk than is necessary, but still try to achieve the goals. So you also want to look at the goals that you have as well, and how do we reach those?
And, that's why we tell clients we need to assign a dollar amount and a date to every single goal you have. And that way we know how much it's going to cost, and we can start back planning it to today to find out, do you have the resources? Do you have the tolerance? Do you have the capabilities? And what are the contingency plans if something doesn't go right? That all goes into portfolio design.
I have a lot of clients. I feel like you and I have a unique job in that there's always a balancing act. Some people you just got to push over the hump to be a little more aggressive to meet their goals. Some you got to talk off the ledge, not the ledge, but you got to talk back from being super aggressive and chasing market returns to meet their goals. And so there's a balancing act with regards to that.
And there's totally a difference between investing and speculating. What are your opinions on that?
Well, I think with regards to speculation, it kind of goes into not putting all your eggs in one basket, which we always hear, but also not hoping for something. So, putting it into one stock or one type of cryptocurrency and hoping that it takes off and planning your retirement around that. And so broad diversification is a great way to negate that risk.
And consistency.
And
not making changes to an overall plan just because of current market conditions, because there's always going to be a reason. And again, doing this for a couple of decades now, there's every day a reason to bail on all your investments. You can find one if you're looking for it. But also I've noticed that every financial crisis, whether it's COVID of 2020, the Great Recession of 08 and 09, or going back to the tech bubble burst of late 2000s, there's always novelty investments or novelty ways to make money. And you see people make money. We saw a lot of people become millionaires overnight with a lot of the what I call fad type securities. Just become not millionaires very quickly thereafter. So have you run into that too in terms of clients looking or questioning, hey, everyone else is making a lot of money off this, is it part of my portfolio?
Yeah, and it's always about chasing. And so, if you can get it on early, great. You got to take a lot of risk to do that. But chasing the market, chasing an investment in the long run, more often than not, does not work out. And so it's having that long-term vision in place, knowing where am I going, how am I going to get there, and how do we accomplish that?
And generally speaking, when you buy a security and your only hope is that another guy buys it for a higher price, if that's the only thing that is an investment, it's probably not an investment, it's pure speculation.
Not something I want to stake my retirement on.
No.